Okay. Now, this is a man and wife team. These are 78 RPM records. This company tracks back to the 1940s. They had an office in the Empire State Building. They did these. These would probably be legal at one time, even though there's no bad words. It's just double entente stuff. But so this, if you have any idea who this man-woman team is, I'm kind of curious. Leave a comment. It's a man that's got sex on the brain, and the woman is trying to explain, in this case, oops, the game of golf. And here we go, 78 on this cheap record player.
You could play golf.
Yeah, I can play it. I can play the game.
All right, then what's the first thing you do when you play golf?
Well, the first thing you do, you put on a pair of short pants and play like you're a little boy.
Oh, nothing of the kind. The first thing you do, you take your club in your hand.
Yeah, you take your club in your hand. See? I told you the little boy's game.
Be sure you grip it tight so it won't slip.
Don't worry, Dave. It'll never slip once I get a hold of it.
Then you take a stand.
Yeah, where are you going to find one?
Find what?
A man.
Not a nance, a stand.
Oh.
Now there you are with your stance and your club in your hand.
Yeah, there you stand like a nance with your club in your hand.
Oh, by the way, have you any balls?
Sure.
How many?
2.
Only 2?
Only 2? How many am I supposed to have?
Well, the man I played with yesterday had 4.
4 balls?
Uh-huh.
Must have been Papa Dion, I guess.
Now, you never want to start a game with less than 2 balls.
No, why not?
Well, you're liable to lose one.
Don't tell me I'm liable to lose one.
Well, of course. You being a beginner, you're liable to lose both of them.
God, I didn't know the game was so rough.
Why, golf isn't rough.
Oh, no, not very. Just lose a couple of balls, that's all.
Well, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all right for you, but I'll be in a hell of a fix.
If you should happen to lose one, you can borrow one from the caddy.
Would he loan me one?
Oh, of course. If you lose both of them, he'll loan you 2.
Say, how many balls this caddy got? How many?
Oh, the caddy's got a whole bag full.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Well, he's better off than the guy you played with yesterday, ain't he?
All right, now for the rest of the game.
Uh-huh.
First, you tee off.
You what?
I said you tee off.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Now, right here, you stoop down and you make a little pile of dirt.
You stoop down and make a little... Right on the golf course?
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'd better wear my skid chains, huh?
Then you take one of your balls and you put it down in this dirt.
Yeah, whoa, just a minute. Want to get all dirty?
Well, if it does, you can take it over to the trap and wash it off.
Oh, they got a place where you can wash them off, huh?
Of course.
High-class game, I'll say. It's high-class.
Then you get a good grip on your club.
You get a good grip on your club.
And you swing it around your neck.
You swing it around. Oh, hell, I'm disqualified. I couldn't play the game.
Then you follow through and sock your ball.
Ooh. No, listen, I don't think I care for that.
Now, when you sock it, you may hook it, slice it, or toss it.
Yes, the hell, I'm not going to sock it at all. I'm not going to sock it.
And right here's where you want to be careful and stay out of the rough.
Why?
Because there's where you might lose
Oh,
one.
yeah? Well, that's just the place I'm going to keep out of.
And if you lose one, you lose a stroke.
You lose a what?
You lose a stroke.
Is the game over?
Well, no.
Well, don't worry. I'll make that stroke up. I'll make it up.
All right, now you're back on the fairway.
No more dirt.
No. You take your nippers and you drive it up on the green.
On the what?
On the green. You know what the green is?
Yeah, that's that stuff they put around fish.
Oh, no. The green is a little soft, smooth, mossy patch.
Little soft, smooth, mossy patch?
Uh-huh, with a hole in the center.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, you're trying to get your ball in that hole.
Yeah, whoa, just a minute. Suppose I get it in there and can't get it out.
Oh, there's no danger of that. You just reach in and get it out.
Reach in?
Uh-huh.
Say, how big is this hole? How big is it?
Oh, about as big as your hat.
Wow. I got to be careful I don't slip and fall in that myself, you know.
Well, that's the way you play golf.
Yeah, how many of these things do you play? How many?
Oh, about 18 holes a day.
Oh, hell, I'll be lucky if I make one hole in 18 days.
Well, that's the game. Take out your niblick and we'll go over on the first green and try it out.
Right here on the golf course?
Why, certainly.
No, sir. Not
Well, you
me.
got to know again.
More from that same couple, same kind of comedy.
Hello? Yeah. All right, out here.
Who was it?
Yeah, your boyfriend just called up and said he'd be right over.
Good. We're going to play Pinochle.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll stand outside and see that nobody bothers you.
Well, we want you to be the scorekeeper.
Yeah. What kind of a man is he? I never keep a score. If I forget, I just start all over again.
I can see that you don't understand what I mean.
Sure, I understand what you mean. You're going to play Pinochle.
That's right. It's just a parlor game.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've played it in the back seat of an automobile.
Pinochle?
Sure. Did you ever try it behind the barn?
You wouldn't take a lady behind the barn to play it, would you?
I'd take him any place. I played it in a snowbank once and when you froze my nose.
I don't think you ever played the game in your life.
I did, too.
The reason I want you to keep score is my boyfriend always melts before he takes a trick.
What kind of a pinochle player is he?
Sometimes he forgets to melt after he takes the last trick.
Must be a long-winded guy. I always melt after the first trick.
Once I only needed 6 to go, and I never could get it.
Boy, that's a tough break.
Did you ever melt 60 queens?
Well, not all at one time.
But you've got to melt them all at once, or it doesn't count.
Well, couldn't I melt them one at a time?
No. I can see very plainly that you never played the game.
Sure, I played it.
All right. Suppose I'd knocked 40 jacks. Would that put me out?
Colder than a mackerel if you didn't cheat.
On the other hand, suppose you had 4 queens and 3 jacks. What would you do?
Well, I'd take the other queen myself.
But you can't melt 3 queens.
Who can't?
Look, maybe we'd better play a little Pinochle just to show you how it goes.
All right, where do we play?
On the table, of course.
Well, can't we play it under the table? There's more room.
Whoever heard of playing it under the table?
Maybe I'm old-fashioned.
I'll say you are. We must play it on the table, so when I spread, you can see what I've got.
Oh, hell yes, I never thought of that.
And I want to see what you've got, too.
Hey, wait a minute, that ain't Pinochle, that's strip poker.
It's Pinochle. Say, who've you ever played with?
Myself? But that was a long time ago, when I was a little boy. Yeah, my grandma had 80 kings once, but she couldn't melt them.
Why not?
Oh, too old, I guess. But Grandpa could take 1 queen and melt her twice in 10 minutes.
Without cheating?
Oh, he'd cheat a little.
I'd like to play with your grandfather. He'd never cheat on me.
Oh, yeah? He cheated my grandmother for 40 years.
She's a fool to play with him.
I'll say she is. He never melts, and he goes out all the time.
Well, can't she tell that he's cheating her?
Sure, she just takes the beat and lets it go at that.
Poor thing. I wouldn't get any kick out of that at all.
Now, how long do you usually play before you melt?
Well, that all depends on the deal you make.
Well, let's make it 15 minutes.
Oh, no. I might melt on the first trick.
Yeah, but suppose I beat you to it. Is the game over?
No, not till the last card is played.
Cards? You played with cards?
Certainly you play it with cards. How else would you play it?
I must have been thinking of another game.
Rummy.
Yeah, there's your boyfriend. You play it with him. I'm going over to City Park and play put and take with Lena Olson.
You know, not such a bad sound, really, from this this little turntable. But anyway, well, there you go. I wonder who that couple was, huh? I wonder. And while I'm over here at my turntable, don't forget that somewhere on my YouTube channel, there's a nice slideshow of Robert Crumb's art. Yes, go watch that too. Okay, thanks for watching. And let me know what you think of my cheap turntable.